What's going on, guys? This is Eric with Huntn Outdoors, and we're going to go over some of the best breakfast stuff that I've put together with our venison. We're going to start off with the fried bologna sandwiches. I add a little bit of egg on there, and it's real good. Got some chopped up sausage that I'm going to throw some eggs, do kind of like a scramble. You could do breakfast potatoes, etc. And then last but not least, we got some of the meatballs that I put together. It's got some eggs in it, throw it in there, put them on some toothpicks, and we're good to go. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start out with the meatballs. This one takes a little bit longer than everything else, so while this is baking in the oven, we're going to do everything else. But starting off with the meatballs, I just did a pound. You can do as many as you want depending on how many people you are feeding. This typically can make about 15 to 20 meatballs, I'd say. I haven't done it in quite a while, so we'll see how good it is at the end of the day. But defrost your ground meat and just make sure you get everything out of there that you can. You can cut it all the way open, but being lazy. So we want to throw about 2 eggs in there and get that started. There's some Worcestershire sauce on it. This is vital to all venison. You can kind of just eyeball it. It's not something that that I can ever believe you use too much of, but definitely eyeball it. Got some red pepper, throw a little bit of different spice in there. Again, I'm just big on eyeballing. I struggle on following a complete recipe. Throw a little bit of garlic in there. And then I'm big on Kinders. I use this quite often. This is the blend. It's salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. We'll throw that on there. And then we can start mixing. Oh shit, forgot the panko bread.
Can't forget that.
I use the Parmesan Italian style breadcrumb, Progresso. Just eyeball that, throw a little bit in there. A teaspoon, I'd say, and then just start mixing. So then we want to kind of make them about yay big. You really don't want to make them too big. These are one of those things that it's like, you know, an Italian meatball, but at the end you add a little bit of flair of honey on it, and you can even do some syrup, and it tastes real good. Got these rolled up. Like I said, you can get a pretty good portions on there. We still got some left, so we're gonna throw this in the oven. We got it preheated at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. We'll check them at about 12 to 15 minutes, just see how they're doing, maybe roll them. All right. All right, guys, so the meatballs are in the oven. We got the sausage and everything put here in the meantime, and we're gonna knock this out real quick. Throw a little bit of olive oil at the bottom of the pan. Put it at about 4. You can throw that in there and just kind of set this to the side until you start hearing it, you know, cook up. Nothing too special right now. A lot of what we're gonna do is do some scrambled eggs, so I'm gonna get those whipped up, and then once I start hearing that kind of sizzle, we'll focus on that. Just a little scramble. I'm gonna wait for that to heat up a little bit. In the meantime, we're gonna steam this a little bit. So I'm starting to see a little bit of a crisp here on the bottom, not necessarily the most, but we're planning on steaming this, and it's starting to kind of catch a C shape. So we're gonna throw some water in there, just fill up the bottom of the pan, and then just let it steam up. So this is getting a little bit hot as well, so we're gonna throw our eggs in there. So now it's getting a little bit hotter, so we're gonna go ahead and flip, and then you see that color change with how it looks, right? So, ooh, and then we have a nice testament right there as far as how it's cooked. So we're gonna put this on for a little bit longer, and then potentially pan sear it for a little bit. like I said, I don't plan on necessarily using it as a full sausage. I plan on kind of making it a scramble. I just really like the taste of these. So a lot of times I'll buy them and fill them with cheese and we're good to go. So I'm gonna pan sear them here for a little bit, throw a little bit of butter in it. Usually you wanna use unsalted butter, it doesn't burn the pan. But right now that is not at our disposal. So we're gonna use a little bit of salted. Damn, forgot about the eggs. All right, so these are finished up. I'm gonna go ahead and dump them in the bowl here. I know that you should probably get a little bit more bowl and you should probably get a little bit more egg. But since we got the rest of this breakfast cooking, Garrett and I finished, we figured we'd go a little bit light. So we'll do that. And a lot of times that I like to throw potatoes in here, but I don't have potatoes. So we're gonna do that. There you go. So we just finished the meatballs up. Last touch on these is putting a little bit of honey on them and then we'll plate them, so. The meatballs are done, the hash is done. We're gonna get the bologna cooked up here. Not too big of sandwiches, so we're just gonna use about 4 slices. We're gonna throw the bologna on and now we wait. And once we hear that sizzle, then we'll pull them off. All right, so now we're gonna do a little bit of hard over egg. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's called, but I know, oh, over hard, that's what it is. That's what it is, okay. I'm making a hard over egg. Get the egg white.
You just said it backwards again.
Shit. Over hard, that's what I mean.
We're cooking eggs.
So I'm toasting the bread here, it just makes it a little bit nicer. Gets that a little extra crisp. We finished up that bologna. Got a layer of cheese there. And then right as we finish that up, we've got our egg. All right guys, so we just finished up the meatballs, the bologna sandwich, and the sausage scramble. This is by no means the best recipes you could possibly use, but this is different things that I've found that I've enjoyed with my family. So I hope you guys have a happy holidays and a great New Year's.
Let's see the reaction.
Yeah. That was really good.
Yeah.